Supreme Court in the matter of Sharmila Velamur versus V. Sanjay held that we deem it appropriate to allow this appeal and set aside impugned judgment of High Court dated 9 August 2024 with the direction and conclusion that Aditya Ramadurai is incapable of making independent decisions as of now. Aditya Ramadurai's interest would be best served by continuing to reside in US along with younger brother Arjun Ramadurai and under guardianship of appellant. From date of pronouncement of this judgment, Aditya Ramadurai shall be deemed to be under sole custody of appellant. Controversy in this case revolved around the custody of Aditya Ramadurai, 22-year-old citizen of United States of America, who was diagnosed with ataxic cerebral palsy. Tussle for custody had been elicited by Aditya Ramadurai's parent, the appellant and respondent number 4, both of whom were US citizens. Appellant and respondent got married in Chennai, India, as per Hindu rites and customs. Subsequently, they began residing together at Idaho, US, and acquired US citizenship in due course of time. They had two sons, Aditya Ramadurai, who was born on 6 June 2003, and Arjun Ramadurai, who was born on 13 March 2005. From the wedlock, both the children were US citizens by virtue of their birth and their parents' citizenship. These children were born with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Adit had ataxic cerebral palsy, while Arjun has autism spectrum disorder. During their marriage, certain irreconcilable differences arose between appellant and respondent, prompting them to dissolve their marriage by mutual consent through the order dated 12 September, passed by District Court of 4th Judicial District, State of Idaho, US. While dissolving marriage, Idaho Court awarded joint legal and physical custody of sons as they were minors at that time. Court established terms of joint custody as respondent 4 would have physical custody of son every week from 8 a.m. to Friday 8 a.m. on Monday. Appellant would have physical custody of sons every week from 8 a.m. on Monday and 8 a.m. on Friday. Idaho Court divided holidays equally amongst the parents and further directed them not to disparage each other in midst of their son, teacher, care provider, and medical provider. Additionally, neither party was directed to pay child support to other. Last in furtherance of these directions, the High Court, with Clause 13 of Supplemental Custody Order, expounded that neither parent shall move children's residence to place which will make the order custody and visitation schedule impractical or significantly more difficult or expensive without prior written consent of other parent or an order of the court. The issue herein concerned Ajit's ability to make independent decisions regarding his future and well-being. To this end, appellant argued Adit had intellectual disability since childhood, resulting in full-scale IQ of 53, which features in very low range of cognitive ability. Considering all facts and surrounding circumstances, Supreme Court said that we believe it is in Adit's best interest and welfare to return to US, where he can complete his schooling and reside with younger brother under the appellant's guardianship. Second, Department of Speech Pathology and Audiology in their report noted that Adit uses and understands simple sentences but struggles to utilize and comprehend complex sentences. Report concluded that his speech and language abilities were inadequate overall. Psychosocial assessment report noted that Adit wanted to return to US and start working there. Further, it was observed both parents wanted him to live freely and as per his wish, regardless of where he wishes to stay. Report by Department of Psychiatric Social Work recommended if parental conflicts continue, Adit should be offered supervised care by recognized institution in US. Focus of his care must be on nurturing his skills and autonomy in an environment where he feels most comfortable and familiar. Comprehensive assessment report thus concluded that Adit demonstrated independent decision making abilities for basic activities such as simple arithmetic calculations, basic social interaction within close circles. It put forth that he exhibits significant limitations in taking decisions concerning higher level activities of daily living, financial matters, complex social and occupational responsibilities. His psychological limitations were underlined to be further compounded by physical impairments such as lacking the ability to make complex informed decisions independently. Additionally, it detailed that those situations requiring higher order reasoning, evaluation of multiple options, or consideration of long term consequences required external guidance and support. In essence, the report conclusively laid down that independent decisions made beyond others' cognitive capacity may not be well informed or thoroughly considered.